Hello, welcome back. We're back. I'm Martin.
And I'm Paddy.
And today we have played our first game of 10th edition Warhammer 40k.
You did.
Edition. And
it's different.
Very different.
Yeah, for the most part, it's still the same. You still got, the movement's still the same, advancing, charging, everything like that is still the same. There's little aspects and things like monsters being in combat and still being able to shoot them. Then also like battle shock. Battle shock is actually a thing.
Yeah,
it actually does stuff. Unlike morale, where before it did nothing. Like points wise, the stuff that is kicking about is some stuff is just undercosted. Some stuff is just too much.
Yeah, so we played Tyrannids and Orcs.
Yeah.
Tyrannids had a massive boost in points.
We did have a massive boost in points. Things like Horror Spexes being 125 points. Gaunts are perfectly pointed. I'm not saying anything about them. Carnifexes are pretty much the same points as what they were. Old One Eye, I'm glad he's an epic hero, because if he wasn't, damn. Yeah.
Whereas Orcs, I didn't notice much of a difference at all.
I mean, like
Gaz, negative, if anything.
Yeah, Gaz and Meganobs, like too many points. Well, I mean, like, so what happened is Old One Eye and his Brooder Carnifexes,
just two of them,
into Gaz with 6 Meganobs.
6 Meganobs.
And Makari.
With double twin link kill swords.
They might as well have just not been there.
No.
There's many. In fact, actually, it was just Gaz that picked up the 2 Carnifexes, and then it was just Old One Eye just picked up the rest of the unit. It was so dumb.
It was bad. And Old One Eye survived the rest of the game.
He did, yeah. He got down to what, 2 wounds?
Yeah,
and over the course of the rest of the game, he got back up to 4 wounds again. It's Old One Eye. He's a badass. But like objectives as well, not being able to put models onto the actual center is weird. It caught us both out a couple of times.
Yeah, like finishing charge moves and then be like, oh fuck, I can't actually be there.
I can't actually put my model there. That's annoying. The having to base stuff as well.
Yeah, as well.
That was weird.
So like if you made the 11-inch charge, every one of your models has to go and base. Yeah. Which then for me, against Ned, triggered spore mines and things. Whereas before, you position yourself just out of range, do your tricky power-in maneuvers and stuff like that. That's all gone.
Yeah, I'm already calling it. The Tyranid meta is going to be spore mines again, so brace yourself for that. Spore mines and Horror Spexes. Horror Spexes are just so good for their points. I can see them going up probably 50 points a model. Yeah. Let's face it, that's probably going to happen. And missions as well.
Mission, right? So we played just the standard search and destroy. So corner to corner deployment as you would normally, and it was like hold 1 for 2, hold 1 for 5, hold 2 for 10. Your standard take and hold with no special mission rules. Yeah, we avoided that. We didn't do any of the gambits, and we didn't draw the cards.
Yeah, all we did was fixed missions.
Yeah, and pre-selected secondaries.
Yeah,
so like you took engage and behind enemy lines.
Yeah, which you can do. Apparently, you can pick 2 from what used to be the same slot. So I went for behind enemy lines and engage, and you went for bring down and assassinate. You should have gone for engage because you thought the Neurothroats were characters.
I was like, cool, there's characters everywhere, fucking floating heads.
They're sergeants and units.
Killed one. He's not a character. I was like,
yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So yeah, you should have gone for engage, which I mean, like the end score was what, 84 to if you took engage would have been 62.
Yeah.
So
which is still a long way off 100 points.
Yes.
Because obviously now instead of 3 secondaries, it's just 2 secondaries, which is, and each of those you can score up to 20 points.
Yeah.
If you take engage on all fronts, pre-selected, just 2 points for 3 quarters or 4 for all 4 corners. So to max that, you need to be in every quarter for every turn of the game.
Yeah,
which is very hard.
So that means if you're playing fixed missions, fixed secondaries, you're only scoring a maximum 90. You know, so
but then you get your 10 battle ready to take you to 100.
Oh yes, yeah.
So your primaries out of 50,
your
secondaries out of 40,
and
then you still get battle ready. But still scoring 20 on each secondaries a lot harder than it was before.
Yeah, it is a lot harder.
We haven't played the cards or stuff yet.
Only because we don't have them.
Yeah, and we're not sure how it's all going to work, honestly.
Yeah, so tournaments going forwards, we're still going to stick with the Glass Hammer Terrain because it's still a very good rule set. We were discussing earlier on whether or not we should maybe give it a go doing GW style terrain, but I think for the minute we'll play the game how we have been with the Glass Hammer Terrain.
Yeah.
So anybody that does attend our events are still using Glass Hammer Terrain. So it'll mostly be just benefits of colour. That's pretty much
that's nothing like there's no dense and difficult anymore.
There's not.
Not from what we play with, they say.
So the other thing as well, tournament-wise, we kind of need to have a sit down and think how we're going to play the missions.
Yeah.
Whether we're going to say, right, okay, we're going to use set deployment and set missions for each round, and then people can then draw the cards for the secondaries or play fixed. Yeah. We don't know how we're going to play that yet.
The only thing definitely is no gambits.
Yes.
We're not allowing the 2d6 win a game because I'm in the middle.
We're not going to allow that for tournaments. For bat routes, we'll still use them. But for tournaments, we probably won't.
Too janky.
Yeah, they're too janky. But then at the same time, whether or not you can get them off, I don't know. So one of them I read, I was like, that's actually quite difficult to pull off.
Yeah, difficult, but if they do happen, it's a feel bad.
It's a feel bad. So yeah, we probably won't play gambits in tournaments. So yeah, I think that's about it for tournament play.
Yeah,
for us really. Yeah. From there, we're just going to play it by ear. Our first event is in July.
Yeah, July 16th.
Yes, for the first 10th edition event. And we're just going to play it and see how it goes, and hopefully we'll get quite a lot of feedback on how we should go forwards on like the terrain side or mission sides or whatever. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the tournament side of things. So.
Gameplay wise, you said it's not too much different. It's mostly like the scoring and stuff.
Yeah, scoring and like the odd one or two things, like the jank in that you can pull off in like the charge phase or the fight phase or anything like that is kind of gone.
Yeah.
So things like a model charges into 2 units, kills 1 unit, or kills both or whatever, and then be able to move and pile in or whatever.
So it does feel like some of the tactical stuff is gone.
Yeah, there's still some slight tactical plays that you can do, but there's not a great deal.
I say like stuff that we've been doing and
used
to over the years,
gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah,
which was kind of a bad thing because that's good skill and knowledge to have.
It is,
had and used.
Exactly, yeah. It is like those certain things that you could do with turning points for games. You know, like now that's gone.
Being able to weaponize the size of your bases. Yeah. Making use of your power and consolidation and stuff.
Yeah, that's
right. Now you're very much stuck to this is what you got to do.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah. So it's simplified, not simple, or whatever the GW decided.
Definitely not fucking simplified.
No, it is not.
28 pages to explain a fucking rule.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So the designer's notes, I didn't expect it to be as many as what there was, but I think now that they're out and we can kind of just play off them, and whenever like FAQs or anything come out, they're only going to change 1 paragraph, and hopefully they're going to do like they were doing in the fact that they'll highlight the changes in purple, unlike the last 2 I think data slates that they brought out, they just didn't tell anybody. They
here you go. Try and search this for an hour to find what it is.
Exactly. Search the whole FAQ for a rule that might have changed.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think that's it.
What's your thoughts on the point situation with free war gear? Points, I like it. Power level.
I like it. So I've always said anyway that things like warlord traits and relics and stuff like that should be points paid, because I didn't really agree with the fact that like a warlord trait that gave, say, I don't know, a 6-up feel no pain
Yeah.
was stupid in the fact that it cost the same for something that gave like an aura of something, like, I don't know, OBSEC. But I didn't agree with the fact that it costs the same points or the same command point.
Yeah.
Where now it's just like they're pointed accordingly.
Yeah.
You know, so I do prefer that. And I do prefer as well the fact that they kind of got rid of all of those crazy things that you can make a character with like so many different combinations. Now you just get 4 to choose from, and you're only allowed to pick 3 out of those 4.
The only thing that worries me with it is very soon, I'll say within the first month, there's going to be like, these are the best units for their points, and this is what you're going to see. Yeah. Because like, if a unit costs, for example, Orc Boys went up in points, but all their war gear is free. Yeah. Cool. So I can take my power course and all that for free, but I'm paying points tax for it. Yes. Whereas go to like a Marine unit, now you can take all your multi-guns, all that for free. Yeah. And they cost exactly the same as well. Yeah. Compared to, or say, no example, Tau Battlesuit, have 3 framers on. It's the same points as 3 plasma rifles. Yeah. When are you ever going to see different weapons? I think that's just going to be, like, for the time being, because they did say that they're going to do yearly data slate updates. Yeah. So they're going to change data slates, but then is it going to be every 6 months they're going to change points? Yeah. Oh, is it 6 months? I just have a worry you're not going to see certain units. You won't see certain units just at all. No, but like from what I've looked at in the Tyranid data slates and their points, pretty much everything is viable. Like Tyranids is one of those armies where, because like everything is relatively good, and then the points is where it's going to matter. Like the reason why you're going to see 3 horror specs is because they're 125 points. If you up their points to like 175 points, you're still going to see 2 of them, maybe like 1 or 2 of them, but they're still going to be good, you know? So I quite like the idea that they're just going to like change the points of things as opposed to changing the data slates and going, oh yeah, this is wrong. But at least as well that you're not going to have with like keywords and keyword abilities, things like Feel No Pains. They're just going to change like 1 USR. They're not going to change like 6 data slates. Yeah. So at least now you're going to be able to get a bit more simplified in the fact that FAQs are going to be easier. Yeah. You know? Also, unit sizes have been forced. Yeah, so now they're forced. So like Gaunts, for instance, I can either take a squad of 10 or a squad of 20. I can't take 15. Basically, whatever comes in the box is what you got to use. It's what you got to use. It's like Grots, they have to take a run turd now. Yeah. So everyone's out buying all the run turds. Yeah. Now because they sold them all. Or converted them. Or converted them or whatever. So like all these people who've got the Grots are now going to have to change stuff up. It's the same sort of thing like with Neurothropes. So people will go, okay, I'll buy a box of Zoanthropes and then just buy upgrade packs off eBay to make the Neurothropes. But now they're now a sergeant in the unit. You're essentially having to like go off and buy more Zoanthropes because you've essentially got a unit of 3 Neurothropes, which they're sergeants in units now, you know? Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of people bulk buying stuff to kind of replenish things that they should have. Like I was talking to George with his Chikari, he was like, well, at the end of the day, I've only got like 15 Carbolite warriors. I can't take squads of 5 anymore. I have to take squads of 10. So he's now having to get stuff painted because he currently has 1 squad of Carbolites. That's it. 1.5, should I say. You know, and like witches, he's still got plenty of witches. But then like other units as well, I was talking again with other people, and like certain units now where you'd overlook these units because they're terrible. Things like Beastmasters. Beastmasters are actually worth taking because you go, okay, I've got a Beastmaster plus 6 types of beast or whatever it was, and like they're viable. They're like relatively cheap. Then you got the court. People used to take like 1 to 2 big blobs of court. Yeah. Now you're going to see 1 squad, and I think there's only like 6 models in a unit or something you can take, and you know, so things are completely different. One thing I did actually think was quite funny was anti-tank or anti-vehicle. Might as well say anti-Tau.
because all their battle suits, even
Good.
like Crisis battle suits, are vehicles. So that leaves what? Their fire warriors, infantry, recruiter infantry. It's going to take anti-vehicle weapons to kill Tau. Easy peasies.
Shame that Dave.
Yeah, shame bad
Dave.
Yeah, looks like I just take lots of anti-vehicle stuff. Just having a look on the shelf, see what else I can kind of remember. Oh yeah, like Gilliman, like all the Primarchs. All the Primarchs are viable now. They're really good. Yeah. They're really good.
Just don't use Space Force.
Yes, poor Space Force. You just take them as Gladius. Just take them as Gladius and just take advantage of like their odd 1 or 2 characters that are pretty good. Like Blackmane, he's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, you wouldn't really take like things like Bjorn or anything like that anymore because he's too many points. Yeah. Then Necrons also looking quite tasty.
Yep. Maybe jumping on those if orcs don't go well with me.
I haven't really looked at Guard or most of the Elder stuff, although I have heard things about Elder with their Fate dice and the fucking, what was it, the Grav turrets, whatever they are. Being able to do something stupid like 12 or 24 mortal wounds or whatever it was. But yeah, everything's changed.
It's going to be an interesting first month, like, for sure.
First month, I think it's going to be first quarter, mate. First quarter is going to be the Wild Wild West. Yeah. So
our first tournament's going to be carnage, I think.
Yeah, it will. It literally just be
everyone
like
not knowing what they're doing.
Craziest shit going.
Fucking random ass armies.
Yeah.
Me getting called every 2 minutes, not knowing what to fucking say to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
But this week we're going to film some more videos, some more rules and stuff like that to show you some bits and bobs, do some demonstrations, and we're going to try and get in a few battle reports with ourselves and a couple of people as well. So hopefully you have plenty of 10th edition.
You're going to be editing quite a bit because I've got, as we're recording now, it's Sunday night and I have all of next week off. So yeah, and then I'm going to Hellstorm Heat 3. Oh yeah, Martin is currently part Robocop. Yeah. So because of our curtain event that we went off to, and Martin had 1 or 2 many tipples and fell over.
Don't go to Warhammer events for 2 days and drink on the Saturday night.
No.
Especially with a fucking Space Wolf player. Doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. That's about it for this one. Yeah, come back and check our next video for all our 10th edition content. Indeed. If you got any questions or queries or 10th, anything you want to know, pop us a message in the comments or down below on comments or Instagram, Facebook, all that goodness.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us, and do all the jazz.
Yes.
So,
ideal. Till next time. Cheers and God.
Cheers and God.